was working on a completely different video today. I had almost everything ready. It was going to be awesome, and then this happened. Manchester United just lost to a 4th division team in what might be one of the most humiliating defeats in the history of the club. For decades, Manchester United represented dominance, power, and greatness. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, they didn't just win trophies. They defined an era, from the treble in 1999 to the last Premier League title in 2013. Old Trafford was the theater of dreams, and opponents feared even walking through the tunnel. Now it feels like the complete opposite. Fans are embarrassed, players look lost, and the club, once the standard of excellence, has become a symbol of chaos and decline. So how did we get here? The truth is, this isn't about just one shocking result. This is the outcome of more than a decade of mistakes at every level of Manchester United. When Ferguson retired, there was no plan. David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Erik ten Hag. Different managers, different ideas, but no long-term vision.
Get ready, everybody. He's about to do something stupid.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, gentlemen, but you seem to have me confused with a character in a fictional show. Now, if you'll excuse me, my fondue is just about...
Every time something failed, United pressed reset. New manager, new transfers, new promises. But no foundation. And behind the scenes, the Glazer ownership has treated United less like a football club and more like a business asset. Money has been taken out of the club instead of being invested wisely. Yes, they've spent big on transfers. Hundreds of millions on players like Pogba, Lukaku, Maguire, Sancho. But without the structure of a modern football institution, those investments failed. Compare it to Manchester City, who built a clear project under Pep Guardiola with a director of football and an elite scouting network. Or Liverpool, who used analytics and recruitment to find the perfect players for Klopp's system. United tried to buy their way back to glory, but they were building a house with no foundation. Cristiano Ronaldo's interview with Piers Morgan in 2022 called out exactly what so many already knew. Outdated facilities, no real progress since Ferguson, and a culture that simply isn't at the level of a modern elite club. When one of the greatest players of all time openly says United isn't serious anymore, that says everything. So now we see the result. A once proud club losing to a 4th division side. For the fans, it's not just about embarrassment, it's about watching their identity vanish. Because Manchester United isn't supposed to be ordinary. They're supposed to be legendary. So, what is the answer? It's simple, but not easy. Manchester United needs a complete structural rebuild from the top down. Forget short-term fixes. Forget one flashy signing. This has to be about building a modern football club again. Leadership. A proper sporting director with a long-term vision, like Txiki Begiristain at Manchester City or Santiago Solari at Real Madrid. Someone who can connect the manager and the scouting department, scouting and recruitment. United needs a network that can actually identify talent before they cost £100 million. Look at how clubs like Dortmund or even Real Madrid spot players early and develop them into stars. United has the resources to do this, but they need the right people in place. Invest in the right players, not a full squad overhaul every 2 years. Not just chasing the most expensive name. 2 or 3 true superstars who can be the foundation of a project, surrounded by younger, hungry players who fit a system. That's how real teams are built. The club has to rediscover what it means to wear the Manchester United badge. That means fixing training facilities, hiring the best staff in every department, and holding players accountable. This isn't about nostalgia for Ferguson. It's about creating a new standard. Only then will Manchester United have a chance to rise again. Because as painful as it is and funny to their rivals, this club is too big, too historic, and too important to stay in the shadows forever. The question is, do they have the courage to face the truth, rebuild from the ground up, and finally bring Manchester United back where it belongs?